So I've been all summer. I've been doing the Live Nation, working at the fucking amphitheater and stuff. Kind of got a weird perspective on shows now.
Slightly different because you've had to experience a lot of bands you wouldn't normally see.
Totally. And I'm also like, sober as fuck and getting paid for it.
Because you're there on a job, so.
Right. So, what was it? Welcome to Loserville, which you recently spoke
I was
of.
there,
You
yeah.
were there.
Jason was not, but I was there, yeah. Limp Bizkit tour.
Is the Limp Bizkit show, which really fucking, I guess, nailed this fucking question in my head. So they opened and closed with Break Stuff.
I love it. Jason hated it, but I love it.
Most of everything in between was the hits. They had a couple of fucking like covers and stuff. There was nothing I didn't recognize.
Do you recognize Full Nelson and Boiler?
I listen to things just because I don't like it doing
I didn't say. I'm
so like I said, we're all three different kind of fucking metalheads. We listen to different stuff. We also go to concerts differently. Like, I remember we went and seen Cannibal Corpse, and you're like, I've never seen a death metal show. And I was like, yeah, it's just a bunch of fucking fat dudes in black shirts. You know what I mean? You're always in the fucking pit. Here's my question. They played, like, all the fucking hits. When you go see do you just want to see all the fucking hits?
No, I want to hear the deep cuts.
So hold on, before I pass it off, I got a couple of different perspectives on this. I think I brought this up before. It was maybe a year ago. I read an interview from Josh Homme from Queens of Stone Age and Caius, and he was saying, when I play a show, I play the fucking hits because
that's what
you're the fan. You're fucking paying for that. It's my fucking job.
So that's a Ric Flair concept too.
And
I do all the big moves because that's what people pay to see.
And that's what.
Woo! That was really, I heard that through my headphones. Like,
awesome.
Ouch! God damn.
Right. So here's my
impressive.
Thing. Is the shows and like the bands I like, they're not fucking popular. They don't really have hits. So when I go see them,
are they popular monsters?
I'm not exactly expecting that. Like the band I've seen the most is Clutch, and maybe their biggest hit is Space Grass off their self-titled album, which is awesome.
Probably,
but not even half the times I've seen them did they play that.
And they don't play Pure Rock Fury, right?
So that's a good example because. Yeah? Listen, you were at the...
It's like 13 times I've seen them and they play it. What I'm saying is it's always like... So what I'm saying is when I go see a show, I like when the bands play these deeper tracks and stuff because to me, those are the songs they fucking like. It might be like when they're picking the fucking... Like, what are we playing tonight? And the bass player's like, I want to play this song because maybe that's the one he's doing the backup vocals or has like a cool bass solo. Or the guitar player's like, I want to play this song because they wrote this song back in the day and it has like a cool fucking part. That's your fucking job. But you can change up. It's not. You don't have to do the same shit. Like like Lemmy, tired of playing Ace of Spades.
Dude, fans love when you play deeper cuts.
But at the same time, like I feel like there's a more effort and there's more like enthusiasm when you're playing those like deep. Like those are the songs you fucking wrote that shit.
Especially the hardcore fans. Your pit's gonna definitely get moving when you play the deeper cuts.
But the problem is that the majority of your fan base is not the hardcore.
That's what I'm saying.
They aren't.
The review, like I've heard, like there was people that was at the Limp Bizkit show and they were like, "It was amazing," and I was like, "They just played the shit off the fucking radio."
Well, they played mostly Chocolate Starfish, and it's like Jason brought that up when we did the review.
Hardly any of the stuff I would have wanted to hear.
I want to hear more $3 Bill and Significant Other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even results may vary. Chocolate Starfish to me is like number 4.
So a lot of like I said, like it's the amphitheater. These are big shows. These are big name bands. They got a large catalog. They're just cranking out the fucking hits mostly, and the fucking crowd's going wild. And I'm like,
because your crowd is not made up of your main fan base; it's made up of casual listeners.
So here's the thing: is I've seen some amazing shows over there. Some like fucking like smoking lasers and cool lighting and shit. Limp Bizkit had a fucking backdrop, and they had house lights. That was it.
There was hardly any production to that set. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And then they just cranked out the fucking hits. You could have just...
You don't want to talk to me about this Limp Bizkit show.
You just saying... What I'm saying is...
I saw the same fucking show at Rockville.
What I'm saying is they just cranked out the shit you hear on the radio, and there was no like spectacle. Probably cost a little bit of change to get...
me.
This fucking guy. I'm just saying like... When you go to a show,
does it during the show.
You like to get the fucking set list before you even go in, which is weird.
I like to know going in
I like the mystery. Are they going to play?
No, the reason I do that is because I don't.
When you go in the pit, you want time. You got to fucking pace yourself.
But it started with the first time I seen Tool and they didn't play Sober, and I was like, hey, why wouldn't you play your biggest song? And I was kind of disappointed leaving, even though
the concert songs of like play the intermission.
You know, like it's not a it's not that I didn't want to hear Sober, but I had an expectation to hear it. So leaving, I was kind of disappointed that I didn't hear it, even though the show was amazing. So since then, I've looked up most set lists before I go, just so I have an expectation going in. If you play something else, cool. If you don't, I'm not disappointed. I pretty much know what you're going to play. You know what I mean? And now, modern day, I can time when I'm going to the pit because I don't stay in the pit the whole time anymore.
Gotcha.
I go for a song or two, and then I go back.
So
It's just what works now.
first time I encountered somebody that had the set list ahead of time was the last time I seen High on Fire, which was right before the Rona lockdown.
So like 2019 era.
It was 2019. It was. I want to say it was my fucking birthday.
Yeah,
It might have
dude,
been
that's
like
been 5
might have been like
years.
right
Do
after.
you guys realize that 2019 is 5 fucking years ago? Rona was 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago at this point.
Yeah, cool story. Here's a cooler one.
Holy
So I'm at
shit.
High on Fire, right?
He was
So-
high on fire.
So I'm at High on Fire, and every time I see him, I call out
Every time
10,000
he
years.
dies.
That's my favorite song, 10,000 Years, and I'm calling it 10,000 years.
Not 10,000 days like Tool.
Real quick, guys, this is what it's like to record with Justin when I don't cut him out.
Right. You just gotta barrel through.
Welcome to the new show, what it always should have been.
So I'm calling out 10,000 years, and some fucking curly mustached fucking hipster beside me is like,
I
they're
fucking
not
hate
gonna play it. And I was like, what? Well, it's not on the set list, and they don't play this. And I
it.
was
You
like,
never know, bro.
I was like, look here, shit stain. This is the 5th time I've fucking seen him,
The what?
and
The what
fifth-
time?
Fifth
God
time,
damn, Bobby.
and every time I see him, I call out 10,000 years, and they've played it 3 fucking times. No, it wasn't on the set list, but some drunken fucking hooligans out there. Dead fucking. You know what I mean?
10,000
And then they
days
play
by
it.
Tool. Sorry.
So I'm just saying, like,
Thanks for Mary.
I wouldn't want the set list.
Marie.
I don't want you to play the fucking hits. And if, like, you can hear my dumbass fucking yelling, maybe play that song I fucking said. The first time I seen High on Fire, I was lucky enough. They opened up for Andrew WK, so I got the. That's the weirdest show, but Andrew WK.
Well, what year is it that High on Fire opens for Andrew WK? Andrew WK was relevant for like 1 fucking year.
2004.
Yeah, exactly. The year he was relevant.
So I don't know if you know this, but Andrew WK's drummer was Donald Tardy from Obituary, and my buddy was his drum tech, and so we got to go
Donald Tardy?
from Obituary. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
For
Andrew WK.
Andrew WK. I didn't remember.
That's how he
I never
blew
knew
up.
that.
Donald Tardy was at a fucking bar and seen him playing. He was like, I'll fucking party with
Are you
that.
serious? I never. Did you know that, Jason? That Donald Tardy was an Andrew WK?
Yeah, he saw him and he said, "Let's get a party going."
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Also, Ken, who's also in Obituary now,
Ken from Street Fighter?
he was also guitar tech for
Was
Trivium.
Ryu in
He
there
was
too?
guitar tech for Andrew WK. Anyway,
Ooh.
so I got to go backstage. So I'm standing right next to the fucking
Blanco.
drummer the whole time. And Matt Pike blows his fucking amp up. And I'm
Who's
like,
Mike Pike?
Matt Pike's the goddamn man. That's who he is. Matt Pike for president.
That was a joke, right?
What?
Who was Matt Pike?
Yes, it was a fucking joke.
You never know with
It
this guy.
wasn't clear.
So anyways, blows up the amp. I'm like, keep fucking playing. But I'm like, play fucking 10,000 years. Like, I call it out.
10,000 days. Let's go.
It's because
Win
it's
some
on the
Mary.
fucking set list and you're some fucking ding dong YouTuber and shit. Like, nah, like, they'll fucking play some shit if they hear the passion behind the fucking request.
You'd
I'm
like
just
to think
saying-
so, yes.
I'm just saying, like, it seems weird to just want to go see a show and see the fucking hits. Like you just listen on the
So,
radio.
It depends how deep you are into the band. Like, if you're super deep, you want to hear the deep cuts.
I'm
If
saying
you're,
I like
if you're
bands
surface
that aren't
level, you don't.
popular. They don't have any fucking hits.
The problem
different,
is
so-
most
Hatebreed's
people
good about listening to fans.
Oh, that's one. I'll always go see Hatebreed. Like I said, one of the
Mhm.
best shows I seen was them, and it was off of the fucking Perseverance fucking show.
The greatest album they ever did.
They played their entire set, and they were like, "Well, it turns out we have extra time.
Let's play
What
more
do you want to
shit.
hear?" And I'm like, "Fucking Seven!" And they play Seven, and then fucking what? And they played, and then somebody called. They're like, "Well, we played that already." And they fucking still played it. They played up until their time. Like, I like that shit.
That's the cool thing about Hatebreed is they don't have a set in stone set list.
Yeah, man. Why the fuck would you?
They tend to change it up every night. It's mostly the same, but like there's 3-4 songs in there that are just interchangeable, and they'll just fucking.
Like last
But-
time I seen Melvin's, I think it was, I want to say it was the bass player. It might have been Dale, the drummer's birthday, but they did like a cool medley of obscure Kiss covers all together. And I was like, that was fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like
But-
seeing like cool covers at them. Like, you just on tour, it might be like you did 20 shows and you're like, dude, just fucking cover this weird ass song. That'd be neat.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. Like, so, and this goes back for me many years. Like Stone Temple Pilots for me has always been a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Never heard of
But
them.
the thing is, so like Amy Numbers and I, when we weren't even together, you know, we were just best buds.
You've always been together, and her. I've seen
when-
pictures of
when-
you guys when you
when
weren't together,
everybo-
and she's looking at you like
when-
you were together.
When everybody around you was like, you and Amy Numbers should be together, and you guys were with different people.
Yeah, I mean that's been always, but
That's life. That's lessons learned, man. It is what it is.
but yeah, like we were
Glad it worked out.
We was in our
I'll get
20s.
to it.
We were in our 20s, and
Procrastinator.
we went to Livestock, and we got up first thing in the fucking morning out of our tents,
Ugh.
and we went straight up to the
Smelled
goddamn
like straight
rail
ass.
because Stone Temple Pilots was the headliner that night. And we
Okay.
stayed on the rail all day. Until,
Is that the one where like some huge dude
I
ended up standing
couldn't-
like you waited all
Oh
day?
no, that's a different one.
All right.
But no,
I couldn't imagine rail riding these days because I have such a childlike bladder. Like,
That was, so
Whole
the
life
other
is
day,
childlike.
I didn't
you're only as young as you feel.
Look at your face. He childlike faced me.
I did not
Just kidding.
imbibe any alcohol on that day, and that's what helped me. I was probably
You can't if
dehydrated
you
as
rail ride.
fuck.
But nowadays, a lot of times on the rail, they bring water. I was at a House of Blues show
Yeah.
last week. They brought
That
water,
did happen
so,
while we were
you
up
know.
there. They did pass out waters to the people that were on the rail, but
Mm.
so you know we were front row for every band that was up there, whether we liked them or not. Sometimes that was cool and sometimes not so cool. But Stone Temple Pilots finally came on, and they were amazing. It was one of the best shows I ever seen.
This is still with Scott Island.
Yeah, but they didn't play any of my favorite songs because
Haven't yet.
all of my favorite songs are deep cuts. When I listen to Stone Temple Pilots, I don't want to fucking listen to Dead and Bloated and all the shit that everybody. Stone Temple Pilots, the best thing about them is they have all of these songs like midway through their album that are just absolutely incredible, where the DeLeo brothers are just going insane and Scott Weiland's being super artsy and there's weird shit happening that you're never going to hear on the radio. They don't play any of that. When you see them live, it's a fucking straight up radio. Every song was a hit song, which it's amazing that they have enough hit songs that they could play all the way through. But as excited as I was, like I left bummed out because I was like, I wanted to hear this and I wanted to hear this. And it's like, no, it was a fucking festival that was put on by 98 Rock and they played all the songs that play on
98 Rock
98 Rock,
Fest.
you know?
Yeah.
It's a fucking bummer in a way, but the band is doing the right thing in their eyes by giving the fans what they want.
Yeah.
And
the end of the day.
unfortunately, their most diehard fans are the ones that are going to be left out and not getting what they want from the show. And Limp
So-
Bizkit is another example of that. Like,
So
those of us that have been listening to them since we were in the fucking ninth grade, like, we didn't hear any of the shit we wanted to hear at their shows.
But dude, they open and close with the same fucking
So,
song.
I'll
I didn't-
fucking lame as
I didn't
fuck.
No,
like that.
no,
I
stop.
didn't
That's the
like that.
lamest goddamn thing you could ever do.
Stop.
No, you stop.
Fucking tell us how to live our
I'll tell you
life.
Shit,
So-
right?
so
This
here's the thing.
motherfucker.
I thought that
Spray
was
water
lame.
in your face.
I thought that was lame, and then I started thinking about it.
No, it's still lame. Whatever you say, I'm
Stop.
still going to
Just
think it's
stop,
lame
right?
when you're done.
Yeah.
But
That's
go
fine.
ahead.
So break stuff. They played at the beginning of the set. They get everybody hyped. They get everybody into it.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of fucking casual fans who show up late to shows. Maybe they missed the first song.
Well, fuck them for not getting there
No,
on
that's
time.
fine. Fuck
Right?
them.
The fuck?
But those of them that were in the pit, I was in the pit for both versions of Break Stuff. The second time they play it, the crowd goes fucking harder. It's like they wanted it. They fiended for it. They wanted it again, man. They wanted more. So they played it a second time.
No, man, that's stupid.
What's stupid?
Playing the same song
Your
twice
face.
is stupid.
I get what you're saying. I get why bands play their popular songs at concerts because that's what people expect to hear. But yeah, I do want to hear some deeper cuts. But that's why some bands, like, I don't know if
I
you
get if
noticed.
you're gonna play some of them. Like, dude, you go see a show, you expect that like a chunk of it's gonna be their newest album.
Newest album, greatest hits,
And
but then
then-
you want
and
the
then
deeper cuts.
You're gonna do some of the other popular ones, but like throw some. Like I said, you do some fucking weird, obscure shit. You wrote these songs. You love those songs. You're gonna be enthusiastic about playing these fucking songs.
Maybe they don't love them anymore. Maybe they fell out of love with them. Maybe they broke up. Maybe it was hard.
Yeah, the dumbass bands you like.
Then possibly. Maybe the
Fuck.
dumbass bands you like do it too.
Nah, High on Fire likes playing 10,000 Years. Tell you
And
that
so
much.
10,000 Days by Tool. So, yeah, I forgot my point.
Yeah, of course, because you didn't have one.
his point was Limp Bizkit's awesome.
That's not a
But
good
look,
point.
man, like
Oh,
I've been to a Limp Bizkit show that was incredible.
Sadly, I've been to a Limp Bizkit.
I've
It's
been to Limp
it's
Bizkit
one of
shows,
the
have been
most
incredible.
fun
That was pretty
times I've
amazing.
ever had. At a show.
I do not understand why this year they didn't do 25 years of Significant Other. Why are you focusing on Chocolate Starfish right now? Significant Other was a bigger album. Why are you not
Okay, how
focusing
much
on it?
did they tour before this Loserville?
They've been continuously touring for a while, but for some reason
feel like
they've got,
shows.
I feel like they're warming up for a
This has been a full
2025.
tour.
They're warming up for a 2025. Fucking, they're gonna come back, dude.
but 2025 is not an anniversary year of the album. It's
Dude, look at
26
the
years.
fucking lineup they had. That whole fucking thing was a
They saw
shit
the original
show.
lineup too. So
And I
that's cool.
told you, you get the shittiest fucking openers. It doesn't matter
Dude.
how much you suck when
Did
you come on.
so you don't listen to our episodes when you're not on, but like I talked
I don't
about it.
listen to episodes when I'm on. What are you talking about?
I talked about it last.
Shit
You don't ever listen to them. It's very rare. But the last week Kevin was on with us. Big baby bulldozer, whatever
Love
you want to call him.
Bulldozer.
BB Joe.
He
I
was.
actually
He
did
was.
listen to that one where he's like, "It's not my cup of tea."
He
Made
was
me
at-
laugh so fucking hard.
So he was at Loserville too. And one thing about
Was he?
those, one thing about
Could've
those
said
opening
hi.
bands, I mentioned you in what you said about Limp Bizkit. But at the same time, like every single opening band tried very fucking hard
they did,
to
yes.
do a good job.
Participation trophies for everyone.
But
They
they weren't
all-
good. It was a
no,
shit
they
show
weren't.
all around. But what I'm saying is, if you Limp Bizkit and you old and you ain't really fucking touring that much, you get these fucking ding dongs go out there. And
But
it doesn't matter how much
why?
you suck when you can fucking shit the bed.
But why?
And it was
I'll
still
tell you
better
why.
because in 2025 you can go do the fucking a serious tour with
So-
some serious bands, get
so
some serious heat.
I hope they do because I have this tour, the New Metal Revolution Tour, Volume 1 in Mexico
Sounds
City.
terrible.
It's headlined by Mudvayne. It has POD. It has
Terrible.
Static X. It has Kitty, El Nino, Drowning Pool, Dope, Head
Nope.
PE, Edema, and a couple of other bands.
Nah.
Like, why is Limp
I don't like any of
Bizkit?
that.
Why is Limp Bizkit not doing shit like that?
Yeah, they could be the headliner.
They could be the fucking headliner
Yeah.
of
They
this
could
shit.
basically bring back a family values style tour,
Exactly.
and they could be the headliner of all of it.
Why are you bringing Nate No Face? No offense, bro. Why are you bringing Nate No Face, Corey Feldman, and
Man,
Bones?
fuck that guy.
Like,
Dude,
come on.
Nate
Fuck
No
him in
Face.
his face.
Nate No Face.
Bring some fucking new
All he
metal
had was a
bands. Let's do
microphone
family values.
and a
Let's
fucking
fucking get it.
laptop.
You
There was no backdrop, no lights, no
It was-
smoking lasers. He didn't have a backing band. He just
What he
hit a
did have was the most important part.
He shoved his
He
mic.
had a face.
He
He's a fucking
and
liar.
he shoved his mic down his fucking throat. People were into it.
Craziest shit he said. He goes, "I'm 3 years sober from crystal meth," and I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
from
And he
crystal
goes,
meth. But
"I did it for 17 years," and I was like, "Holy shit!"
yeah, that's why you're so fucked up.
Who the-
you goddamn bald
Who
Mario.
the fuck does meth for 17 years and,
And not
die?
only that, but bro, you might
That was
be
impressive.
uncle.
man.
Yeah,
Like, listen, Bobby, you were there.
I was there, man.
My guy might have been on a crystal meth, but he was definitely on cocaine or
It was-
just fucking something else.